back on this 24 Privateer. What did I do today? Well, I tried to make a hatch, but I realized that I have it cut out, so I have to mess around with that, I guess, in the future. Not my priority list at the moment, but I don't know. I cut all these rolls that will go on the deck when that's ready. The customer decided he wanted to actually raise the transom up a bit and continue the gunnel around the back. So I cut up, well, let me show you. I cut scrap Coosa board. You can see there's a slight taper. The transom actually comes up level here, and then you have where the gunnel, where naturally there's actually nothing there. The gunnel is built separately to the hull. So in any case, I'm following that curve with these pieces. This side is level to the transom, and once that's all glassed and covered, then I can cap this with probably more board or some other sort of scraps. So, or some plywood even, something basically to get that to form. So I did cut my fiber here to go over that entire transom. And once this is glassed here, then I can bond. I've got one panel left here to bond, and I'm going to pour a little bit of foam inside here over the gas tank. But now, once this is glassed, we're using epoxy in the back. The customer actually put in this Coosa himself with epoxy, and just for the sake of cost, we put in all of this deck with polyester. I'm going to continue that with these rolls down the rest of the deck, but I'm going to cut it short. About 2 feet is where the 4-foot rolls end from the transom. And I will continue the deck with epoxy as well to attach to the transom in the back over that. Being that the epoxy, I mean the polyester is not going to stick to the epoxy, especially fresh, the way we're doing it now. So just a small hiccup, but that was the solution. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I cut my pieces out here to have ready for the gunnel later, and did all my grinding and the rest. I mixed up some filler, which is great. I needed some filler about out of silica. Mixed up some filler for the seams down here. So I'll fill those up right before I put the glass down. So everything's prepped. Mostly that's what I did today, is I prepped for a lot of work. I was going to do this today, but mostly because of weather. Once I turn this heater off in the back here, the temp drops. I had a small spot here that you can actually see it, where the heat lamp was, because it started to get a little funky, but it did dry up. It is dry. There's a little bit here too. You can see the fuzz is sticking to it. I don't want that to happen again, so I am going to glass right in the morning when I get here, maybe even come a little earlier, and make that a habit from now on through the winter. So all this is prepped. I've got all the grinding done. I've got all the stuff made, the filler and whatnot. ready to go, and so I'll do that tomorrow morning and let that dry and move on to some other things while that's setting up, and basically, you know, try to make the most out of the pellet stove I've got running back there. So that is where I am at today. So tomorrow morning I'll do a bunch of glassing, and go ahead and like and share this video, subscribe if you want to see all that glassing. Thank you very much.